gonna be a lot harder than I thought. I just want to thank everybody who is here today, and just want to open with the fact that I love every one of you, even if I don't know you. I love you because that's how Riko was. This is very heartbreaking. It's something I never would have hoped to have had to do. But I want to thank everybody who's taken the time to be here. I want to thank Jeremy. I want to thank Kathy for allowing Riko to take their beautiful daughter Haley and really just helping put a lot of this together. They've really eased a lot of this to get this going. I want to thank Mary Ann and Sean for opening their homes to us. We flew in and they allowed us to stay with them. And I want to thank the countless people that that were hitting us up by phone, email, Facebook, you name it. I mean, there was no way to even reply to all of them. It was just so overwhelming, the amount of love that came from the people here and that maybe aren't here. I want to thank Roman. I really appreciate everything you did for him in his life. You've always said, you never try to be his father, you just try to be like another brother and a good friend of his, and I know you were a big part of it, and I want to thank you for everything you did while he was here and everything you continue to do. So thank you. I want to thank Haley. Haley's Riko's girlfriend. And that boy loved you so much. And I know you loved him too. And I just want to thank you for really just being a good girlfriend for him. And really just giving him that experience of true love in his short life. And I really value the relationship y'all had because he was born in our family. And we were designed by God to love him and him us. But something that only you will ever possess is that Riko chose you and chose to love you. And the fact that you chose to love him back means everything to us. And before we get moving forward, I want to thank Riko's mom and who I consider to be my mom, Deidre, and our father, Al. Y'all were phenomenal parents. Y'all loved him from the moment he was born, and I know y'all continue to love him now. And like I told you, there's a lot of things I understand you feeling, whether it's being sad, angry, upset, and everything else. But one thing I can say is, you can't feel guilt, you can't feel regret, because the two of you, and I've seen this firsthand more than anybody, left everything on the table when it came to loving him and raising him. And he was very pure. He was a very sweet and loving and forgiving person. And I truly believe that he took all the best parts of our father and our mother, and that's all it was. There was no negative, there was a hurtful bone in his body, and I really think that's a very strong testament to who you are as parents. And I want to say thank you very much for everything you've done for him. It was an honor to watch you guys raise him. It was an honor for me to be his older brother. And Santana, thank you for being the best sister you possibly could. I mean, it just shows in the pictures that we have how happy y'all were together, all the time y'all spent together. And I could sit here all night and say thank you to everybody, but I want to get to some of the good stuff too, as far as remembering him, honoring him, honoring the type of person he was and the type of person he refused to be when other people, whether it's friends or everything else. I mean, he decided to be pure. Peer pressure couldn't get to him. He was just strong in ways that we only wish we could be, by the fact that he was himself. You can see on these pictures that come up, he was a happy kid. He was a happy man. There's a video that's going to come up, and it's going to show him dancing. I think it was on Easter. That was him, 24/7, just dancing and being happy and being free. And no matter how much we were like, hey, we're in public, stop. He was like, hey, if he felt like dancing, he was going to dance. And honestly, I wish I had more of that in me sometimes. I know a lot of us do. And I believe that his life wasn't just about him being happy. I think it was a lot about us learning from him and how we could better live our lives. So, with that being said, I know you're going to see me cry. I know I'm going to see you cry, but I want y'all to know it's okay to laugh. I want you to know it's okay to be happy. I mean, we're playing furry, big girls, don't cry. We're playing Give Me Everything by Pitbull. Those are the things that we sang along to, and those were his favorite songs. I want you to feel free to express yourselves any way you want. If it's crying, cry. If it's laughing, it's laughing. In a second, I'm going to bring one of Riko's best friends up here, and that's John, and he's going to be the first one to basically pay his respects. And the way that, and I've never done this before, so the way I feel would probably be best, if you'd like to speak, when John walks up, I'm going to stand over here to the side, and I'd like for you just to come by and just say, hey, I'm so-and-so, and I would really like to go next. That way nobody has to deal with the anxiety of standing up in front of everybody at once. They can just kind of come over here and get ready. And I wanted to share a quick moment with you guys. Riko, he liked what he liked, didn't like what he didn't like, and he would definitely, he made up his mind. And I remember at 4 years old, he looked at me and Dad, we were in the garage, and I believe, Deidre was there as well. And he looked at us and he said, Dad, I'm running away. And as he said, I'm ready to go be on my own. At 4 years old. And me, the older brother at the time, I'm like, sweet, because you've been breaking all my video games, and all this other stuff. That works for me. Let me help you pack. And so he gets his bag, and he puts a couple books in it, a couple toys, one toothbrush, the necessities. And he says, okay, I'm leaving. He throws the bag over his shoulder. He's tiny. And I look at Dad, and I'm like, what do you want me to do? And Dad's like, let's see what he does. Fair enough, I said. And he starts walking. And we kept an eye on him, but he kept walking. He kept walking. You would think he'd go about 10 to 15 feet, and he'll turn around and be like, nah, this wasn't a good idea. About a half a mile later, I'm still following him. And Dad's like, get him and bring him back. I'm like, fine. So I get him and I bring him back. But it was one of those things that I felt like, as simple as that is, and as funny as that can be to think about it, it really was a testament to Riko at even an early age. He possessed something that a lot of us struggle with, and that was faith in himself. At 4 years old, he was ready to pack his favorite books and toys and just go out into this world, and you know what? I'll be fine. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be all right. He had faith in himself that without even seeing the end result or the end picture, that he was going to make it. And I think that that's something that I would really love to incorporate in my life, and I'm sure a lot of you would too. Not to overthink things, but just to have faith. And I really love that about Riko. But I can also go on all day about how much I love Riko. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring up John, and I would really love, if anybody else wants to say something, I'm going to be off to the side, and you're more than welcome just to let me know you want to go next. All right?